From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. But tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Willis going to look to throw first play. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? A beautiful fake. Fights through and now a crease. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Dolphins 7, Ravens nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? It's who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go with them early and often.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. His career rushing numbers just continue to rise with that last carry. He surpasses 12,280 yards and also surpasses Marshall Faulk. They keep it with Henry on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Henry. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. When you talk about this Miami defense, but right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. To throw is Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. Room to maneuver at the 35. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Here's Jackson to throw. That's a shovel pass, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And the Ravens respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4. The Dolphins at 6-2 to start play. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 78 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Second and a couple.
45-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
And the Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 40.
Achane gets it from the gun. Down at the 35, it'll be second down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A gain there of 21 yards.
At the 14-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here we go. 19, Tiger, 19.
Now Willis. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 4.
Ready, break.
8-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Ready. 60 boxes.
Willis out of the gun. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT. And we are tied at 14.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
Absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Jackson. It's Derrick Henry on the slam. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
They go to the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion calls defensively, and it turns into...
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have broken the tie. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Ready?
Here's Willis. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Unable to corral him. He fights through. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run on first down with Wright. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That was Travis Jones working his way through and sticking him behind the line.
Ready? Go.
Willis. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
It's now third down and 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll bring them back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
This is 2nd and 8.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Henry
trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Forward.
2nd and goal from the 1. Jackson's going to try the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now they'll look to Willis to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Got it. Ready?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now Willis to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Washington. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes it a 28-24 game.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
No, we changed it.
Jackson from the shotgun. And Cooks has it over the middle. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Jackson.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Ready, ready.
The drive starts with a run from Achane.
Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be out right at the 35.
131 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Willis will look to throw it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
On the jump. Cougar 19. Come on, come on.
From the gun, here's Willis. They'll get this one complete to Atwell.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Ready? 60 Eagles. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Willis. And they'll find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Get it.
Now Willis. That's quickly to Atwell on the slam.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
19 Tiger, 19 Tigers.
Willis looking to throw it.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that one gives him a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Dolphins 31, Ravens 28. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Back to throw, Willis. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you to come to like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, well, in and really focused.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Alpha, sit on! 180! Sit on! 180! Finish up!
Jackson now. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. And the Baltimore first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Baltimore.
Running from the gun with Henry. They'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Now 2nd and 9.
Hey, report! Report! 180!
Here's Jackson. This is caught. It's close. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Caught on a slant. Touchdown.
Zay Flowers
From 10 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
now after the touchdown. Loop back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now Willis to throw. He'll dump this off to Achane.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Well, ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Willis.
It's caught. Tolbert.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Willis from the gun on third down.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Willis got to have this one.
He'll try to do it himself. That is caught. The trolley. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
They'll run. Achane. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw, Willis.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Dolphins answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Ravens 35. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Slot man moves right. Jackson. And this completes a Henry over the middle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The team's working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
19 yards. And the Ravens first down.
Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And it is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
42. Dolphins 38. Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Willis from the gun on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now he's into the clear again.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Devon Achane, 50 yards. And the Dolphins use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Dolphins 45, Ravens 42.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
No.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Up the middle, Achane.
Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, when you stop that clock. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Ready, right?
Achane is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Wright is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jackson.
He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
First down, Baltimore.
Now Jackson.
And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Dolphins 52, Ravens 49. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Willis back to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pena now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Here's 1st and 10.
And the busy night for Henry continues. Didn't get a whole lot there, but at least he got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
True on every count there, because I know for a fact that when that call came in, it was tagged with these words. Make sure to tell him, if he doesn't have anything, get out of bounds. Save the time on the clock. Now they've got to start considering what their play calling is because they've got to push it downfield.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Jackson.
That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Jackson to Henry. Finding space at the 40.
And he takes it all the way up to the 47.
This is 1st and 10.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Jackson to throw. That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Here's Jackson. Jackson going to keep it.
Completes it to the tight end, Smythe.
Here comes 2nd down.
Here's Jackson. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Get it. Let's go.
One final try for Willis.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
That was a long